How's it going, everyone? In this video we're going to be talking about how you can convert from the conventional fluorescent bulbs to LED bulbs that are going to be a lot cheaper and easier to replace in the long run, and they're also a ton more efficient. So what I have here is one of the 4 lighting fixtures that I'm currently replacing. They are in the ceiling and they look like this, and these ones, basically the way these these fluorescent bulbs work is you've got 2 ends and they latch into both sides of this thing, and the way you unscrew, the way you take it out is you basically rotate it until you get these things to be parallel with this little notch thing, and then one of these 2 sides should be able to slip out, and then once it slips out you can lift up on it, and that is how you're going to actually remove the bulb. And so I've already done that on, I'm trying to not break this thing. So I've already done that on this one, so I've got the 2 bulbs removed, and now the next step is actually getting this thing off the ceiling so we can install the drywall screws to actually hold the mounts in place. And so in this case, what I find works is there's this, as you can see there is a metal shield on top, as well as a little screw hole for the on-off switch. So you undo that. In my case, they were these like little bronze things. Got one right there that's rolling off, but that's what it looks like. So you unscrew it. I had to use some vice grips to actually get that unscrewed. But once I did that and removed the washer, we now have access to this thing. Next step here is basically just prying this off. And sometimes they are easier than others, but this whole thing just comes right out like that. Trying to set this aside so we don't damage anything. And then the next thing here is if you had to actually replace the ballast, which is something that can break if one of your bulbs burns out but the other one's still going, is, you know, this is the point where you'd stop, but in our case, you know, it's so cheap to buy a complete LED fixture that we're just going to be replacing this whole thing. In my case, I've got 2 screws right here that are securing the mounts into the drywall. So that's just a pretty simple flathead, or sorry, Phillips. Because this is in the ceiling, it is really nice. We've got like longer screwdrivers because that helps me a lot. But basically, yeah. So it's really just a matter of unscrewing this, and this thing will come falling down on your head. So it's kind of like, I probably shouldn't be doing this with one hand, so I'm going to stop filming. Go. Excellent. And there we have it. I've got the final light hooked up, and I've got these other ones. This place is so much brighter now. It's really nice to be able to work in here. And yeah, I just have to come up with a more elegant solution than that for actually powering them, but I think we are good to go.